Hi, welcome back. In this video, we'll understand the standard format to write test cases. Here, we'll consider the same functionality of the calculator mentioned in the previous video, which has only one functionality to add to natural numbers. The format to write cases varies from one company to another. However, the basic way is mentioned in this course, and we will follow the same in the live example as well. Okay, so let's see the test cases format. Now, this format we have made in an Excel file. Okay, so let's see the first column, that is module. So what module we are testing? So we are testing calculator and summation. Okay, so we have mentioned the module name, that we are testing calculator and some functionality. Okay, so the first column is module name. The second column is test case ID. Okay, every scenario, every test case has its own ID, unique ID, which we need to mention. So here we have around 6 test cases and it has unique ID. So the second column consists of test case ID. Now the third column is steps. In each test case, what are the steps that we are going to perform? Okay, so let us see the steps related to test case ID sum 1.1. So the first point is enter two positive numbers. So we enter say 3 and 5 and press enter. Okay, so these are the steps which we are going to follow on the calculator. The fourth column is test data. That while testing the software, which data we will use. So in test case ID sum dash 1.1, we will use two positive numbers which has which has values 3 and 5. So the data that we are going to use must be mentioned in the fourth column, that is test data. Okay. The fifth column is about expected results. In the fifth column, we have to see what output we will get when we perform all the action. So when we enter two positive numbers, we will we will we can say that two positive numbers are entered. And when we press enter, the respective second point in expected result is it must give result as 8. Okay. Now we will test this particular scenario or test case in calculator. If the calculator has also gives the output of 8, we can write that the result is as expected. Okay, and in the status we will write as pass. It means when we execute the test case ID sum 1.1 with calculator, if the output which we have mentioned in the Excel matches with the output on the calculator, we have to mention the status as pass. Okay. Also, let us see the test case ID sum 1.3, or you can also see the row where status is fail with red color. Okay. So when we need to write the status as fail, say if we enter two numbers, one positive and one negative, in test case ID sum 1.3, the test data is 3 and minus 5. Okay, so it must give result as minus 2, right? But if the calculator gives some other output, it means that the system is not working as expected. In that case, we will write the actual result as not as expected, and we will mention the status as fail. Likewise, we'll perform all the scenarios, all the test cases on the system, and mention the status in the status column. Once we are sure that all the test cases are covered, we will send this report to the developers. Okay, so just to summarize, the first column is the module name, the second column consists of test cases ID, the third column is the steps that we execute in each of the test case, the fourth column is test data, that which data we will use to execute it on the real system. The next column is expected results, that when we follow the steps, what would be the respective expected result. The sixth column is actual result. So here we have to mention whether the output in the test case file matches with the output in the calculator or the real system. If yes, then we have to mention the status as pass. If no, then we have to mention the status as fail. And once all the test cases are executed on the system, we have to send this report back to the developers or required stakeholders. Okay, so we have this is what we have the format of the test cases, and we will be using this in the upcoming videos as well. Okay, I hope you have liked this video. I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you.